All right, Becca, this is your moment. I want to let you know that I really care about you. Just say some positive thoughts. I want you to inhale for me and exhale. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Gotta go to Mo's, gotta do the models, gotta go to Mo's models, got to go to Mo's. Or 5 hours of summers once a week.
I get to choose one of those?
You had to sing one Saturday morning.
Oh, got it. Did you come up with that?
Yeah, I'll come up with that. I
Modell's like the sporting goods store?
Yes. You
That's
never
good.
went to Modell's before?
I actually haven't been to Modell's.
You never
No.
went to... I've been to Modell's. They give you some cheap prices, like your shoes, your shorts.
It's like the Dick's here in New York.
Yes. Dicks are way too expensive.
Yeah.
I'm not
There's
a-
only one, and it's like in Queens. It's very picked over.
I am not a fan of the dicks. And where the dicks coming from anyway? Like so many like the name after the Dick Van Dyke or something, or the legendary actor. Crazy.
Like in Mary Poppins.
Yes, I love Mary Poppins.
Mm-hmm.
I love Mary Poppins. Ay. All right, you guys. You know who that person is. This is my brother from my other mother, Becca Degregorio. Did I say it correctly?
You said it the way a lot of people accidentally say it. It's Degregorio.
Degregorio. Okay, it's the Italian
Is my dad's name.
accent. Okay. Don't worry, we can still film it anyway. I need to practice with the accent, but it's fine. They're here. I've been waiting for this for a long time. And I am ready to interview this wonderful person. And the show starts right now on this Primetime exclusive of the Steven Factor. So stay tuned. What's up, everybody? This is yours truly, Mr. Steven, aka The Legend, and my pronouns are he, him, and his, and welcome to the Steven Factor. Yes, folks, this is my friend, my brother from my other mother, Becca Degregorio. Did I just say that again?
Degregorio.
Degregorio. O-R-E-O.
Exactly.
The one
You're thinking about the cookie
only.
at the
Yes. It really brings me back. Now, you already seen this person on my last, over 2 years ago, of this, the Sesame Street, the musical episode. And I wanted to invite them again. So, BD, I wanted to introduce yourself, your pronouns, and tell us a little short bio, okay, my friend? You're on the floor.
My name is Becca. I also go by BD because I'm a teacher, and that's what my students call me.
Yes.
I'm a high school English teacher.
Yes.
I teach 12th graders.
That's great.
I live in the neighborhood, live in Crown Heights.
Oh, yes, my neighborhood.
My best friend is your neighbor, Emma, who is
Yes.
sitting right here.
Yes.
Producing. Things I like to do. I like to ride my bike. I rode my bike here.
Yes.
I like to listen to music, and I collect records.
Yes.
And yeah, that's me.
Beautiful. Okay, Becca, I want to give you some special 3 challenges I really like to share with you. You got more political experience like I do. And we're both Democrats. I
Why don't you ask Becca if they're Democrat?
Are you a Democrat, my friend? What kind of
I am a Democrat.
And what type of Democrat are you? Are you a socialist, a moderate, which is also known as centrist, or the liberal?
I'm a Democratic Socialist.
Okay, that's where all we need. Well, I'm a centrist Democrat because I'm a person in the middle. So I just don't want to get involved when people express point of views. But this is how I feel. This is what is going on in this nation. And I think that this has become a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do this. I have so many 3 issues and 3 rounds that I really want to share with you. We're going to do it a LGBTQ because that's one of the main reasons that we need to talking about. And let's be honest, I'm an ally. I be friends with all my LGBT friends, including my cousin. I want to give a special shout out to Jessica, my cousin Jessica, and her wife JC. They just gave birth to a baby girl, so congratulations.
Congrats.
I'm officially a cousin once again. So love is love, love wins.
Love cousins.
But also, that's how the big men created us in their own ways, and that's why we're born this way. So we need to respect people who they really are. Number 2, autism. Conspiracy theories, I will definitely want to jump on that because I'm very angry about that, but I am ready to pump up with that. And number 3, PBS, and we grew up with PBS. It's a classroom on television. All right, let's start from round 1. LGBTQIA+. Becca, you're on the floor. How do you feel about this situation? Because President Trump trying to do something not very uncomfortable at this nation. They're going to cut a LGBT suicide hotline until July on this year, and the Trevor Project has become one of the nonprofit organizations, and I felt very disappointed about it because, like I said, I don't want to watch the news. Sometimes I want to keep on the media, but I need to keep on the lookout what the heck is going on. So, how do you feel about it, and what's your reaction? And what if they're going to reverse it? If the Democrat candidate will run into the White House? What is your point of view? What is on your mind?
Yeah, I mean, is this a part of the big beautiful bill thing?
We will definitely talking about that.
It's honestly, it's so hard to keep track of attacks on LGBTQIA plus individuals at this point. Like what you just mentioned, I didn't even know that actually. Like the cutting of this hotline. Is it Trans Lifeline or is it?
It was for everybody. It was for
something where you
everybody.
can
Can I
call in
chime
to
in as the
LGBTQ.
producer?
Yes.
Yes.
It's the 988 that leads you to Trevor if you're a queer young
okay.
person. And
Gotcha.
so that like easy connection and access is going away. Trevor will still be there, but their funding is getting cut. Yeah.
See, this is why I need Emma for some help. She got more information than us. That's great. That's great. That's because I need her more often. We became besties for 4 years. Yeah. Anyways, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's really disappointing that particularly like young LGBTQ folks who genuinely are lost in how they identify and want to hear from an adult or someone that they see as having more experience, like what their direction is. Like resources like that are vital, and so it's really a huge bummer to hear them going away. And that's sort of the trend that I'm seeing with a lot of these administration's actions against LGBTQI plus people, particularly LGBTQ youth, just cutting away pathways of allowing them to understand themselves better. So things like this. Tennessee just had a case that upheld like banning basically gender affirming care for trans youth. And it's kind of all aimed at allowing people like this to not know themselves and then eventually go kind of crazy. Because when queer people have resources cut off to them, they don't stop being queer. They just stop having resources. And that's pretty life-threatening in a lot of cases. So.
You see, some Republicans really don't care. They only want to cut spending and give it to all the billionaire friends trying to spend somewhere. I don't know where. It could be anonymously because we're in this political system. And I just don't want to know. I felt bad for this LGBTQ community. I'm still standing of this LGBTQ. I still proud about what their own stand to their own voices. And even I spend with Christian friends who came out as queer, I think I really like them just the way they are and how they really feel, and I really definitely need to respect them. So that is become one of the most cases that we definitely need to working on. It needs to fight back, and we don't know what is going on in this nation. And I do believe that what if LGBT people have disabilities like autism, ADHD, bipolar disorder,
Diabetes.
Diabetes. Thank you, EJ. Or schizophrenic.
Yeah, I mean, it's all interconnected, right? People need resources.
Yes.
And it's kind of funny how taking away these resources by administrations like this is cited as a way of cutting costs.
Yes.
When not even so much money is being put in these directions to begin with.
Yes.
Like if you're thinking about cutting costs and actually getting spending.
Yes.
Let's talk about
Yes.
taxing the rich.
Okay. I like that. Let's talk about round 2. Autism. Okay? Now, round 2, autism. I have so many conspiracy theories with this RFK Jr. Talk about conspiracy theories about autism.
Stephen, what is autism for people who don't know?
Okay, autism is a person who has a person with a disability. It could be a verbal or nonverbal. And some people have low functioning and high functioning. Now, BD, I have high functioning autism. And I couldn't even speak when I was only 2 or 3 years old. And I did so many research about it. And let me tell you something about myself. So you and I could have something in common. I'm a nostalgic person.
Me too.
Like for this example, I like Batman.
This is how we spotted you when you came in the park.
Yes.
It's the Batman show.
Yeah, you love Batman. Batman's one of your favorite superheroes?
He's up there. I think he's one of the most interesting superheroes.
Okay, what about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Oh, they're cool too.
Okay, who's your favorite Ninja Turtles? Before you want to say it, we had to say it together. You ready?
I don't feel so strongly, but I'll just do first thought, best thought.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Leonardo.
Michelangelo. Oh.
Is there one named Raphael?
Raphael, yes.
That's who I was going to pick.
Yeah, I think
It's very alt of you.
I think Raphael is kind of like a Becca type.
Is Raphael? Is Raphael with the purple one?
No, that's
Red.
Donnie. That's Donnie. Raph is the red.
There's
Is
one
red.
named Donnie?
And Leonardo is orange, right?
No, Michelangelo is orange.
Oh, okay. I was mixing them up, so my answer is Michelangelo.
Yes.
Because my favorite color is orange.
Yes. And
So we agree.
yes. You said Leonardo with the blue bandana. Donatello is a purple bandana.
Yeah.
Raphael is a red bandana, and Michelangelo was a orange bandana. So
Is there a girl Ninja Turtle?
in the reboot of the Ninja Turtles sub-band universe of Ninja Turtles: The Next Mutation live action, I saw it, but it's not my thing. But it is in another Ninja Turtle universe in the comics. They have a 5th sister. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sister Turtle.
Yes.
Sister Mary Turtle.
Yeah. I should watch Ninja Turtles more often. I'm dare you.
Oh, I love the old movies, the old live action.
I
ones.
got the old
Are fun.
I got my live action ones in my crib. The original, the 2 ones with Jen Henson were badass. The 3rd one, not so much. The Michael Bay version, they focusing on Megan Fox more often because of her firing during the Transformer franchise. Yeah, so we don't need
Cultural criticism.
Yeah,
Hot take.
yes.
Back to autism, though.
Thank you so much,
Great producer.
Becca. I need your help. During the State of the Union, Donald Trump asked Robert about he using a investigation about autism. And however, like I said, I don't watch the news. I look on the Instagram and I was like, no, he's going to investigate this later in the fall. And I am so very upset. And you know what's even worse? I was into my friend's house having dinner, and it's been reviewed we have a criticism about autism. And he said, and I quote, autism will destroy their families. They cannot go on a date. They cannot using their bathrooms. They cannot even play sports.
Pay taxes.
And pay taxes. And I was like, I'm so fucked up. And I was so mad because what he did, it was completely offensive and completely inappropriate. Do you have students at your school has autism?
I have. Last year, I did have a couple students with high functioning autism.
Yes.
And then I do have a lot more students with learning disabilities and ADHD. So like autism spectrum disorder and being neurodivergent. I am currently sussing out if I maybe have ADHD myself. My psych keeps sending me the test and I keep forgetting to do it, which is maybe a sign I have ADHD, but we will get to that when I end up taking the test.
Yes.
And I'm so sorry you heard that because you already do all those things, right?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. And so I think it's just another like way of people in power trying to other people and try to other a large group of people, because when you get comfortable with understanding what autism is and neurodivergence are, it's revealed that so many people are.
Yes. And we was looking out at each other.
Yeah.
I watched this show called The Good Doctor, and I never watched that show. The show's about Dr. Sean Murphy.
My mom loves that show.
Oh, fuck you. Give me 5, buddy. I never watched the first season. I will refuse. But I'm very afraid because people in the show always want to criticize him or something like that. However, I watched a third season through 7. I was like, when you watch the show, when you want to know what the show is about. And one of my favorite characters is Dr. Sean Murphy. I mean, Dr. Sean Murphy's like the next Doogie Howser MD with Neil Patrick Harris. You remember that show?
Yeah, I remember that show.
Oh, thank you so much. She's only 30 and now you always watching this show. And it was pretty amazing. Dr. Sean Murphy was amazing. And I really love him, and a good character with a sense. This guy has wonderful sense. But sometimes he makes a lot of mistakes, but also he needs to keep learning and growing. That is the most important. I really don't like how Robert F. Kennedy said that because it was very crude. And I don't know where they get this information coming from. But the only one thing you need to cure is autism is one word with 4 syllables: education. You need to work your brain with some education. And that's what I did, and I completely nailed it. I got my new job from Manhattan U as a teacher assistant, and I just need some time trying to focusing to put the self-thing out there with people with disabilities and housing, and that's the most important thing too.
Yeah, totally. The neurodivergent kids I work with at school, they just need a different way into a lot of lessons. So we like modify some of our lessons. Sometimes we modify assignments so that like they can reach them and like they could have the benefit of what we're teaching. It's not about like getting them to do what we're making everyone else do.
Yes. Truly apologize. There's a little bump somewhere under the sound effects, but it's fine. It's fine. We could continue.
It's the producers.
Yes.
It's the assistant producers.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you for sharing with that. And now we're going to round number 3. I know you got a little dinner plan, so we're gonna make this thing quick. Number 3 is PBS. That's all. Round 3 is PBS. Becca, you and I love PBS.
Love PBS.
Cyber Chase.
Arthur, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego? You remember that show? Yes.
I had a really fun board game about her too, where you like had to find her.
Yes.
It was based on the show.
Yes. I've been growing up with that show anyway.
Liberty Kids.
Yes, Sesame Street, Arthur.
They should do a reboot, the New York Liberty Kids.
Yes, that would be cute.
If the NBA will make a deal with it. Yeah, even our worker also creating with this new program called Weather something. I forgot, but I don't know. I can't. Sometimes I could remember, sometimes I can't remember. But I think I think PBS will still going strong today. Okay, let's talk about this, and then we're going to this big, beautiful bill, which is ridiculous name.
Oh, man.
Yes. So PBS is the classroom of television, and the House just passed. They're going to cut $1.9 billion of the fundings. And I think it was very disappointed because I don't know when they're going to do it. I just don't know when they're going to start. Hopefully somewhere around the midterms. But what is your reaction about this?
Yeah, so this bill, it's passed in the House.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been passed in the Senate yet.
Exactly. Yes. But it's way too early to call.
Yeah, but it's also kind of just another one of those like big scary things being proposed that I think is meant to like shock people in the way that like Project 2025 was.
Yes.
That was the name of basically the big plan during the campaign to do all of these things like mass deportations, cutting funding like this for LGBTQI plus and trans healthcare.
Yes.
Lots of different stuff. So I feel like, I don't know. I think this bill is very tied to when President Trump accepted his place in office. He said something like, "There are two genders in America: there are male and female."
I heard that during at the inauguration day. That's the same day as the MLK. But you know, the Bible says God created Adam and Eve. But what about more than Adam and Eve?
Yeah, I mean, I think Adam and Eve had hold for siren.
Yes. Excuse us. It happens in case of an emergency. We'll wait a little bit. Go ahead.
Adam and Eve, I was raised Catholic, so I know all about those guys.
Yes.
We know they had different sexes, but we don't know what their genders were.
Yes.
Gender is your social identity, how you feel you relate to masculinity and femininity. So I think like him declaring that this is how gender works in America is how he's trying to be about lots of different things in America.
Yes.
This is how it is, and declaring who we are as a people. And it's an effort to put people into boxes. And
even
lots of different kinds of people.
Even cutting eggs are also when
eggs, they're too expensive.
And I went to the food town. I went to food town down by at Franklin Avenue, which were also known as Associates back then and Key Food back then. Yeah, so
and now it's a food town.
Yes, and so many eggs were expensive, but they still expensive. It didn't go down, so yeah, it happens. Okay, let's.
Bummer.
Yes.
We don't need a big beautiful bill. We need cheaper eggs.
Yes.
And more gay people being who they are.
Amen to that. Let's talk about Big Beautiful Bill. Now, just want to let you know, Elon Musk and Donald Trump were besties, and now they broke up.
Now they're worsties. You saw it on the internet.
Yes. Do you remember that song from Stylistics? Break up to make up, that's all we do. But you love me, that you hate me, that's a game for fools. Yeah, so
you sang just enough of it for
Elon Musk disagreed that Big Beautiful Bill. Now, here's how the bill works. They're going to cut Medicare and Medicaid. They want to inflate it, all the prices somewhere. However, they're going to pass the bill before the midterms. And I think this bill is completely ridiculous, but also they didn't make the cut. I believe they didn't make the cut during the midterms, I believe.
They want to cut Medicaid for trans people. They don't want any trans people using Medicaid for gender-affirming services.
But what about people with disabilities?
I mean, I do think a ton of the Trump administration's proposals and the language in the Big Beautiful Bill probably fits this, has to do with limiting what Medicaid and Medicare can cover as a cost measure. And so, yeah, I mean, it's all intertwined. Like, we've been talking about this, right? Like, if funding for public health insurance gets cut for trans people, right down the line are going to be other marginalized folks, like disabled people. That's a huge bummer.
I have a question for both of you.
Shoot.
What is one thing that gives each of you hope as we move into the second half of 2025?
Go ahead, BD.
Something that gives me hope. Second half of 2025.
Maybe
So
inspire the viewers.
This week, my seniors are graduating high school. They're graduating on Thursday, and they are so smart, so funny. And what's cool about the class I teach is at the end of the year, they really get to kind of do what they want and do their own research paper on any piece of media through a different lens that has to do with identity. So some people were talking about feminism and their favorite TV shows and critical race theory and a movie they recently saw. And so I feel like I'm really proud of them and excited and encouraged by young people who are going out into the world. And just seeing them come up with their own ideas and having them think for themselves. It reminds me that it's really not all on us. It's not all on us, people of our age, to come up with new solutions to old problems. We've got new smart people graduating high school, graduating college, graduating medical school and law school and graduate school every year. Empowered to go out into the world and do things. And I think it can easily feel like when things are dire like this, that it's all on your shoulders. But sometimes interacting with smart young people reminds me that it's not. And actually I might follow them.
Yes. Same thing. Looking forward. My kids are graduating from Anderson. I miss those 8th graders. And I will continue to meet the new faces, the same old vibes, the same struggles. But the most important, I really need to focus is about my friends and my family and my future. That's what I've been looking for this 2025. But still continuing of this political issues was coming out of my mind, but I will definitely not allowed to say it. I will keep it somewhere in the fall. But I will keep it on the lookout and see where we definitely go from here between both New York and Washington. But also I'm still continuing and support as an ally. We need to love and respect of the LGBTQ and some other things. We need to get this nation back to its knees, and we need good leaders and also good relationships. That is the most important. Even I always wanted to go to the movies. Looking forward to see Megan 2.0.
Yes. When is she coming out?
June 27th.
Okay.
Almost
She's coming out during Pride Month.
Wow. Right ahead of Pride weekend. Kick off your Pride weekend. See Megan 2.
Megan, you saw part 1, right?
I did, yeah.
Oh man, I went there too. It was great. It feels like you've been watching a Saturday morning cartoon vibes.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Crazy movie.
We're Lauren and Emma and myself. We're going to reviewing after the movie is finished on July 8th.
Together?
It was our birthday gift from Steven.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, but I wish you could be there because
me too. Be in my bed.
Yeah. Hopefully I will see you again until it heals.
Yeah.
Yes.
If not, you'll see me all healed up.
Amen to that. I will pray for you after the show is finished because we need it as a private matter, okay?
Thanks.
BD, I finally get to meet you. It's been so god darn long since December.
I know.
And I really love you. But not as my little sister, but as my little brother.
Thank you, man.
And happy belated birthday.
Thank you. Happy belated birthday to you. We're both Aries.
Thank you so much, Aries season. Happy belated birthday. Happy New Year. Happy belated Valentine's Day. And happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
Yes, and I think that's it. Okay, so if you learn more about this channel, please hit the subscribe button and make sure you have to click the bell to see on my notification bell to see my latest videos. Mess up my catchphrase, thank you EJ, and also my like button as well. This is you for Becca and myself and EJ. This is yours truly, Mrs. Steven saying todo para la familia, and thank you for watching Steven Factor. One love, peace. Thank you. I love you all.